I fly my plane every day, fly it across the USA. I fly my plane in the air, I fly it almost anywhere. I fly my plane all day long, fly it as I sing this song. I soar across the big blue sky, without my plane I'd surely die. I fly it across this big land, with my friends hand in hand. I soar just like the mighty crane. I love flying in my plane, flying in my plane, flying in my plane, flying my plane. Wings!
Welcome to the Wingsman Podcast. I'm Franklin.
I'm Scott.
And this episode, we've dug up a rarity. Season 2, Episode 1. For some reason, not on Hulu. Hulu, get your shit together. I don't know how the fuck you cannot... Get it together, alright? Fuck. How are you gonna have a whole series and nothing... They deal with a lot of shit, though, man. They deal with a lot of shit. I've seen several shows where it's like... reality shows where they don't have like the end episode. That's like the one that you need to see.
Back in the day, it was your show aired regularly, but then it had syndication,
right?
And there was very specific rules on what could be syndicated, what could be played here, what could be played there, and within that, I'm sure within the rules of what licensing they had, that it said, well, every time you play this, you got to pay. So Hulu just said, well, why we can't afford that, or we're not going to pay that.
There's even weird shit
that
with,
extra, because they could, if they wanted to, they could definitely get everything, but they're not willing to pay for it.
This episode somehow got caught into some weird loophole where it wasn't able to be streamed on Hulu for some reason. All kinds of weird shit like that happens. Like if you look at Demolition Man, in the original version, they mentioned Taco Bell a lot, I believe. And I don't think that's in the new cuts. I think they took that out. Or maybe it's not Demolition Man. I think it is, though.
I think you might be right.
And they mentioned Taco Bell a lot in the original cut. And then I think they changed it to Pizza Hut or something in the later ones. Like, it's like such a big franchise that it's like where everybody eats,
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a weird thing. Shit like that happens all the time in Hollywood and whatever. But this is... Season 2, Episode 1, The Puppet Master.
Master of Puppets is pulling your strings!
Oh, God.
Master!
The synopsis for the episode...
That'll get us thrown off of YouTube, just that little hair.
Yeah, probably. Metallica's really... Oh, did I even say... Are you allowed to say their name?
I think it's like that,
You gotta like... Talica? Talica? The synopsis for this episode is: trying to get Helen to change her policy about dating pilots, Brian hires an actor to pretend to be a pilot, but who shares the same interests that Helen has. It isn't long before they are dating, but things go awry when the guy really falls for Helen, and she makes some decisions that will greatly affect her life.
It's a misleading synopsis.
But now this is what
by the way. I don't want to give anything away, but that's misleading.
That was written by a fan, I believe, but the IMDb put it up at the top thing, like it was like the best one. If I was gonna synopsis this episode, I would say that Brian, who is a psychopath, what would you say?
That's usually a sociopath.
Sociopath
likes to manipulate other people.
Yeah, he's a sociopath, especially in this episode. But the guy that plays Matt Sargent, the actor that Brian hires, is Craig Bierko. Bierko? Bierko. He's currently on a TV series called Unreal. But he's known for his work in Cinderella Man, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. In Fear and Loathing, he plays the photographer Lacerda, who turns into a soldier during the acid trip scene.
Yeah.
He also is...
You know what? I didn't make the connection, but now that you say that...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then he's in Scary Movie 4. He actually plays the role that Charlie Sheen played in 3. I didn't know that. But it's basically the main guy. Have you seen 4?
Yeah, it's got Leslie Nielsen in it, right?
Yeah, the guy that
it was before they started
Yeah, the guy that he's getting his family ready for the alien apocalypse or whatever, but the War of the World shit. That guy.
Okay.
He's the guy you don't recognize him because why the fuck would you even think about that guy ever?
Yeah,
but it's cool to pull actors out like that's the guy,
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and hit play. We're not gonna have any commercials, so we're gonna just go right into the intro. And
the video's 29 minutes for some reason, but
that's because it starts to play the next episode.
Over.
Maybe
no, it starts
it starts
over again. But that might
Okay.
be just a way to get them. It doesn't get pulled off the.
Yeah, that could be.
Something I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows how somebody recorded this? Maybe they just had it on repeat on their DVD. I don't know. Piracy is strange to me. I don't do it.
Imagine if this series would have made it to 2001. What do you think they would have done?
I don't know.
Do you think they would have acknowledged what happened?
I think things would have went crazy, man. You mean with 9/11?
Yeah.
I would love to see Wings address 9/11. Why don't they just bring it back? Why can they bring Will and Grace back, but they can't bring Wings back? I'll tell you what.
It's true.
I'll tell you what, man. I tell people I do a Wings podcast, they laugh at me. And you know what? Fuck you. That's all I can say. What's your podcast about? Is it about something I don't give a shit about? Probably. I don't care. This is my Wings cast, man. Get off my dick. Get off my dick. This is Nantucket. But ultimately, Faye warned everyone that's in the airport to not pick her flowers while they're in town. And Brian is once again trying to get Helen to go on a date with him.
Yep.
So.
And then he starts on about what this stupid rule about her dating pilots. Like, what if the perfect guy came along and he turned out to be a pilot? What would you do?
Yeah. He's the kind of guy that would try to have sex with a lesbian. Do you think he does that? I bet he does. I bet he tries to convert a lesbian to not being a lesbian at some point. That totally sounds like some shit he would do.
He would say something like, oh, well, you just haven't found a man that can please you.
My hair kind of looks like Brian's fucking hair right now. I need to get a goddamn haircut. Because I'm looking like Brian fucking Hackett.
Why don't you do the Euro cut? The European soccer players with their fucking shit swooped over.
Oh, I don't
short
know.
on the sides.
Oh, I don't know. It's
That
going
would look-
short on
that
the.
would look cool.
It's going short on. It's going short on the top naturally. So I think it just shave it off. But, anyways, Brian asks Helen what she thinks is the perfect man, which is a totally fucking outlandish concept that she like the list of things, the qualities that she lists off. And evidently Joe thinks it sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
But
now here we get into the Roy with Lowell.
oh yeah,
On the little CBs on the
the walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkies. Sorry.
Why exactly are they trying to connect over walkie-talkies?
So Lowell can be at his beck and call.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I feel like that's the reason. And Lowell he thought he got him, but Lowell walks in because he's he doesn't remember where he left his
I'll tell you why it works so well. Is because it's kind of like Smokey and the Bandit, but Smokey and his sidekick. Who's Smokey's sidekick in Smokey and the Bandit?
Is it Dom DeLuise? No, that's
No.
Cannonball Run.
Shit.
It's Sally Field and
Yeah, the deputy that is with him all the time. God damn it! I'll put pictures up in the video, but
Smokey
for you,
and the Bandit. That's not Jerry Reed, is it? What are you talking about?
Jerry Reed's in Smokey and the Bandit, I think, but he's just like a friend of the Bandits. I don't know. He sings the theme song.
Yeah. Go, way to go.
Oh shit, we're watching Wings. Let's get out of Smokey and the Bandit. This is the first time we see this fucking loft up here, which is crazy. I didn't know existed. And this is where this...
I think, Lowell's been up there once before. Wasn't there a locker up there in one of the early
Oh,
episodes?
in the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show it. I guess. They should show it more because it makes it look like a bigger world.
Yeah.
Of course, they got to hire extras and shit to go
And
up there.
it makes it perfect for Brian to pantomime
his puppet...
the puppet mastery.
Master!
Oh, that was the one that put us over the top.
There is the fucking copyright alarms. Oh shit, man! Tell you what, copyright alarms going off all the time in my world. I don't think we're doing anything that should be considered illegal. Anything that, like, I should be able to put this video as clear as fucking HD up with us talking over it, because we're not ruining the episode. We're enhancing it. God damn it. We're making it better. No, we're not. It's perfect.
Well, we're not making anything off of this.
No, it's free and it's fun. It's just for fun.
Yeah, so this guy's basically the paid actor, and he comes in and
he's Helen's
likes
dream
all
man.
the things that Helen likes, of course.
This is where Lowell is abusing his walkie-talkie privileges with Roy. He at some point asks Faye for a shrimp scampi recipe. And I guess they're trying to make it out like Lowell doesn't quite understand walkie-talkie technology.
Yeah.
Fairly amusing, though. I really like this interaction that they have, and I hope they continue with it. I'm sure they'll mix it up all the time, give us a little Joe and Roy, or some Faye and Roy, or, and I just want Roy to be in the show all the time. I like him as a character so much. He's always in the background, I guess, or something, He's there. He's a present. Just want more interaction.
And then they say, yeah, I remember they say, what was it, Sheldon Devane.
Oh, yeah.
Sheldon Devane. Who's Sheldon Devane?
I know most of the people on this island.
That is shelled and deveined, you idiot! Which is exactly what I'm gonna do to you if you don't get back to work.
Roger, raging stallion. Psst. Faye, can you hear me?
Yes, Lowell.
Don't be conspicuous, but can you see Roy from where you are?
Yes, I can.
Is his face really red, like a tomato?
Watch the episode, guys. That's not what we're here for. What are we here for?
Watch it and then watch it again with us.
Yeah. And put on Wings, too, like the band. Put us on.
Put Paul McCartney in the background.
Like, put your earbuds on. Play the audio. I want 3 audios happening for you right now. I want the TV show. I want us. And then I want Wings. Like, if you started, you think there's like a Wings album that would just line right up with an episode of Wings? That's a good experiment we could try. There has to be one that's around a half an hour, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know much about the band Wings. Maybe I should. I know they.
Band on the Run.
I saw this in the garden.
Stuck inside these
Now,
I knew you had to have it.
oh, that's a good song.
Wasn't easy.
And what are the
Chasing 5 blocks with fungo back.
the love song one? What is that? Paul McCartney by himself? Or is that,
There's a couple of them that were later Beatles that he turned into songs, but there's
New York. Oh, really? And what do you do there?
Maybe I'm Amazed.
Pan Am.
Maybe
silly
I'm
love
amazed
songs?
the way
What's silly love songs?
Can't believe that never came up.
What is this?
I had enough of silly love songs.
Yeah. Is that Wings?
Came by to
Yeah,
tell you
I think
that
so.
I'd pick you up.
Talking Wings? Watching Wings. Get it together, guys.
Talking and watching.
Get it together.
I can see it now, even though we're not watching in high def. But the resemblance.
Yeah, he did.
Now I know.
Now that you know what you're looking for. But Helen is really fallen for this guy. And it's revealed that he is a pilot. And Helen doesn't care because she's in love.
No, but she really doesn't care for another reason. That's why I mentioned the title being, or the synopsis being misleading. And this is really, it's really played out too. I was disturbed by some of this interaction.
Now I wonder, like, at what point? Because listen, the show's gonna get spoiled at some point by us. Might as well just go ahead and do it now. She has known for a while and played along to get back at Brian, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How long does she know? You know, like, at this point, do you think she knows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, do you think she's known since the beginning? Did he just flop right on her? Like, flop right on her? Because he's confused at the end.
Joe's definitely...
the actor guy is what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, no, Joe tells her first.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
He's a fucking tattletale like a motherfucker, right?
Makes
You
more
see,
sense
he's playing Brian and trying to, I guess, keep him going.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to kind of enable him to do this a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he
on
wants-
his side.
Right here, he wants Brian to tell Helen the truth. So, I don't know if that was his end game anyways, was just to... I don't know what the fuck clearly he just wants Helen. Like, Joe's just very bothered by Brian wanting to pursue her. So...
Well, you know, and Joe's the one that he supposedly comes up with the idea of telling her to quit the cello or whatever. Or is it,
yeah, that's
is it
where...
him? Yeah.
This is where Matt... where they conspire to get Helen to fall out of love with him. But yeah, I don't know at one point they start working together against Brian. Are they doing it here?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a Survivor type.
Yeah, it had to
thing.
be
Like they've been doing
this.
it.
I don't know why they planned it so long, because they basically had to get a whole nother cello.
They went and bought a fucking fake cello, man.
Well, that's got to be hard. You can't just go to Walmart.
Like not just a fake cello, a smashable one. Because you know that a big ass real cello, if you hit it on that counter like she does later on, it's gonna fuck the counter up more than the cello. That's gonna be like hard oak or some shit like that.
Yeah,
they make those things out of.
Yeah, you would fuck yourself up doing
You
it.
have to get one made out of like balsam wood or balsa root wood. What is it? What do they make those shitty little planes with?
Yeah. Yep. We didn't mean that. You can't say shitty little planes when we're doing Wings podcast. We apologize.
The shitty little, you know, the ones you get at the fair that are like.
Oh yeah, you put the little thing in the slot and
you just throw them,
and then it goes in a fucking circle, like right when you throw it,
and they break like as soon as they hit a tree. But for some reason,
here's Faye coming in to get her whatever you call that thing, makeup.
Oh, her
mirror,
yeah.
And they're watching what's going on.
Yeah, and for some
he tells her.
What in what world would it be like a thing to where a guy's like, listen, baby, I love you a lot, but you gotta stop playing that damn cello. Like, what? Why would he ever tell her to stop playing the cello?
Well, they didn't think it through.
like that doesn't even make sense. But
because basically the only one that has to believe it is Brian. Brian is the only one that has to be dumb enough to believe it.
And I do not believe that even if they knew she was going to do that, especially if they knew that she was going to do that, as soon as she comes in and smashes a cello on the counter, you burst out laughing, man. Because you can't hold it in anymore. This is where you give up the ghost. This is where it's over with. You're like, okay, got your fucking ass. But no, they keep it going. And really fucking lay it on.
Oh, I'm sure
thick,
that,
man.
at this point in the show, they don't have a huge budget, so they had to be like, guys, you cannot fuck this up. You cannot laugh. It's got to be one take.
Yeah.
We cannot redo this take.
Listen, it's been a long day here at the Wings set. But, yeah, Matt gives back Brian his money and then asks Helen to marry him, which I thought that I was like, this has to be fucking, they, at this point I knew that they knew, and because no one's gonna fucking ask somebody to marry him like that.
Yeah.
Like, just after, what, a week of seeing each other or something?
Yeah, I kind of was suspicious, but I thought more that he told her, the actor told her, because I read the synopsis before I watched the episode.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought the same thing, like, oh, well, they fell in love with each other. So I was surprised. I was taken back because I expected them two to fall in love despite the brothers.
But she says that...
But then it gets just fucking really
Yeah,
serious
it gets really
out of nowhere.
fucking
So
weird at the end,
when I seen it originally, I was like, "Oh my god! Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!"
See, the thing that's fucked up here is, like, she actually does start falling for this dude or whatever, because she doesn't care that he's the whole thing's a lie. And I don't know, man. It seems so fucking wacky and shit. I guess she might have developed a relationship with him while they were lying to Brian over the time. But now, this is where Joe's going to reveal that he's actually in love with her. There's some really... I bet if we had analyzed this too closely, we'd find some loopholes and strange things in the writing. Where they were like, wait a minute. How did they all know that this was happening, but he didn't know that she was falling in love with this Matt dude?
Her and Joe planned everything but the kiss. Remember, because
Okay.
they revisit that later on, but...
But he actually loves her. I don't know, man.
No, they're all in on it against Brian. Just everyone against Brian.
This isn't part of the ruse, though, right?
This is all part of the ruse. This is where shit gets real.
But why does
because he just loses his mind? But they're all faking it.
I'm totally confused. But she does actually love Joe, or no?
No, it's all an act. All
That's
three
so
of them. All three of
confusing.
them.
Oh yeah, because there's the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And only
and then he
him,
comes out,
Helen, and
he
Joe
comes
know
out-
what's going on.
Oh shit! So see, I left this episode thinking that Joe and Helen were together, but they do at the end, right?
No,
They do end up kissing
no.
at the end.
But that's for practice.
But they look real comfy doing it.
Well, yeah, I think, yeah, of course.
Oh, the shots rang out. What a weird
And
little...
Brian thinking his brother is getting shot and doesn't really do anything.
Oh, and then he comes in and acts like he shot the guy and runs off. That is not... Is that what you think he would actually do if he shot somebody? I don't think
yeah,
so. You
a
think
little
he
bit.
would?
I thought originally I kind of bought it. I was like, "Oh my god, Joe shot somebody! This
Wings is really
we just took a
fucking with us.
we just took a turn here. Joe
God.
just killed somebody. Like, are we gonna
Oh,
pretend
yeah.
like this didn't happen? Or are they gonna talk about it? What? Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of bought it.
It would have been such a great show if it's a good show. It's a great show. If they would have actually had Joe kill this dude here, and then, it's never talked about.
Yeah,
But it's kind of like every once in a
everybody
while,
knows Brian
someone
has
would
the
be like-
guilt of even setting this up in the first place.
Somebody would be like, Helen, that Matt Sargent that you were seeing, whatever happened to him? And then she would just give like a side glance to Joe and Brian, and they'd be like, oh, he left town. Or,
Yeah.
they
This is my favorite part of the episode right here.
Oh, yeah. Lowell gets his head stuck in a
wrought iron fence.
Yeah. And Roy says, what's he tell him? That
He's like, I'm on my way. I'll leave the...
I'm bringing the walkie-talkie, so...
Yeah, so we can have constant contact. And then he just
leaves it there.
sets it down and walks away. What a dick.
And then Lowell's like singing Moon River, and it says some other stuff. He says some other shit. Lowell, Roy, somebody else drives a car just like yours, or whatever.
Yeah, because Roy's leaving. A purple, I didn't know anybody else had a purple El Camino. And he's just giggling the whole time. Like, I'm going to leave Lowell stuck in the fucking wrought iron fence overnight.
That's inhuman.
That's
man.
really messed up. Like, you know, you kind of dismiss it as being, oh, it's a sitcom thing, but...
No, he left him to die. It could have happened.
Yeah.
He could have died.
I wouldn't consider it that, but it's
It's terrible, though.
Yeah. It's a really messed up thing.
If he doesn't die, he would want to die by the time at the end of the night. By the time somebody finds him.
Okay, if that interaction happened between us, if either one of us were on Lowell's end of it, and the other one didn't come, we would probably never be friends again.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure Lowell just lets it go. Like
that is a game changer. That is a change your life.
That is a
today,
game changer.
The thing I'm really confused about here is, like, they're closing, right? Mm-hmm. Previous episodes led me to believe that this fucking place is open 24 hours a day.
And you'll notice the door behind him, just before this part we're watching here, the door behind him, like, opens and closes without seeing anybody there. Because Roy is the last one to leave, and it's just them two. Well, who the fuck else left? And why did they acknowledge anybody? Because the door just kind of starts swinging. You're like... Did somebody just walk? And then it's a wide shot of Joe, and you don't see anybody. So either it's the Wings ghost. It could be the Wings ghost, or
that's a theory we could have here. Maybe that there was a ghost on the set. You know?
Yeah. Well, she said he had stiff lips.
Yeah. So they gave it another second go there. And,
and then they kind of both liked it.
Oh yeah, she loved it.
He trips, and then she pours ice on her shirt.
Yeah.
Like she waits for him to leave, plays it cool, and then it's like, oh.
Evidently she got real worked up over that.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the joke Brian made earlier about when Joe says, or when Helen tells Joe his hairless chest, and he looks down his shirt and said, yeah, there's some hair down there. And Brian says, I think you're looking down too far. So there was a pubic hair joke in this one.
Oh my god, I missed that completely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're about right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good episode, though. I like that one. It's a shame that it's not on Hulu for everyone to watch with HD TVs instead of this YouTube stream. But thanks for listening, guys. And if you're watching the video version of this, thanks for watching. If you've completed the mission of making it this far into this shit, I appreciate it a lot. If you would like to send us some letters, I don't know, send our email at zombietakeovertelevision at gmail.com.
It's just zombietakeovertelevision at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Not zombietakeovertelevision at gmail.com.
Yeah, I realize I do that a lot, but it's late, and I watched a movie right before I got here, like in preparation for a different podcast.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're doing this new horror podcast called The Last Roundup Horror Show. It's myself as sort of a producer role. I'll be interjecting with some things, but mostly it's going to be Jason Miller and Jared Collins of Mississippi Bones. And they've required me to watch 6 horror movies to kind of keep up. So since I don't have a Blu-ray player, I had to go over to Jason's house to watch it. If anybody wants to give me shit for not having a Blu-ray player, let me just posit this to you. What's the definition of my eyes? Because it's not whatever the fuck that is. It's definitely not HD. I don't have HD vision. So everything I look at is standard definition, no matter what it is. You can have the best TV in the world. I'm still standard definition. So I guess it doesn't matter that we watch this episode on YouTube, because with my shitty eyesight, it looks the same everywhere. Join us next week where we'll dig more into season 2.
We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend. Roy, are you my huckleberry friend?
No, you stupid motherfuckers. This is a ZTO TV podcast.